To create a discussion in Canvas, go to Discussions, and at the top you simply click on Plus Discussion. Don't worry about the other options that are below. You just simply add a discussion, and then you can do with the others once you have discussions in place. So you first add a discussion topic, the name of the discussion itself. You put the prompt in. And then you make the choices as to what type of discussion you want. So the first part here is posting to all sections versus individual sections. If you have a cross-listed class, you can post this to an individual section or to all of your sections. This only comes up in a cross-listed class, but it's a really nice feature if that's what you want to do. Allowing threaded replies changes the look on how students can reply to one another and basically create a thread versus it just being constant replies. Users must post before seeing replies. This is a setting that forces students to post something before they can just look at somebody else's work, read it, and then do something based on that. So they basically have to create a post. This is nice to have tied with the option in settings for your course having to do with not allowing students to edit their posts. The reason for that is because some students have found a cheat in this where they can put like period space and hit reply and then go in, read other people's work, and then come back and edit that post and put more information in. If you're looking for original posts, this is the way to do it, is by clicking on Users Must Post Before Seeing Replies. Enabling the podcast feed, great question on that. I have not seen this in use at all, including the include student replies in the podcast feed. Graded versus ungraded. We'll be dealing with those questions as we get further into the videos. Right now I'm going to do just an ungraded quiz. Allow liking. It's up to you if you want to have liking or not. And then add to student to do. Especially if it's not graded, you may want to add it to a student's to do by a particular date. This will show up on the right hand side of the home page as well as in the calendar for the student. So here, if I want to add it to the students to do, going to the January class, I can do it for January 31st. Another option that comes up is whether or not this is a group discussion. Group discussion, when we deal with groups, I'll get into this more. Group discussion gives you the ability to only assign discussions so that the students in one group work together on the discussions. They interact with each other versus having versus physically going in and either assigning them to a particular group or having everybody in your class interacting at the same time. So group discussions just gives you more capabilities. Again, I'll go into groups in another video. When is this available? Available from and until. This gives you in a non-graded discussion, basically it's just when is this discussion open. Leaving it open means that it's available for the whole class. If you close that off and you specify the dates, then it will be based on those dates. When you're done, you can save it or save and publish. This is what you see for the discussion itself. And if I click on discussions now, you see I've got pinned discussions, which I don't have any in place, discussions, and closed for comments. So what you can do is pin a discussion. Pinned discussions means that you're going to see it when you go into discussions, you're going to see it every time in the order that you have pinned it. So there, that will come up automatically. Discussions are just general discussions. They are always in the order of the most recent reply. So if there's no replies, it tends to be towards the bottom unless it was just posted and just made available. So that, again, is in that particular order. Closed for comments are simply any discussions that have hit their end date and they're no longer open for students or for students to comment on. You can comment as a teacher, but students cannot comment anymore. Unless you show discussions in your course navigation, which is not what's recommended by us, the students will not see this pinned versus discussions versus closed for comment. That's only for you as the teacher.